Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. And it's Friday, which means it's time for the weekend wrap up, where we wrap up everything that happened this past week in the blogs and some real news here and there. We're going to start off with a new segment called We Love to See It. And that is because Miss Issa Rae, she plays so much, y'all. She's married, but guess how she told us? Hold on, let me tell y'all. So we found out via Instagram, and she had us kind of confused because of her caption, but it's just so Issa Rae. When I tell you, I just loved every bit of this. Surprise. So she put up herself in a wedding dress, and her caption reads, A, impromptu photo shoot in a custom at Vera Wang dress. B, my girls came to help me, but they all coincidentally had on the same dress. They were so embarrassed. C, then I took a few flicks with somebody's husband. And I happen to follow her on Instagram, so I actually saw her post before I saw the blogs confirming that it was actually real. So when I saw her post, I'm like, huh? And then the more I looked at the pictures, I'm like, she got married. She got married for real. And then I got to the blogs that were like, yeah, she's married for real. So funny. Like, I just love her. I'm so happy for her. Apparently, she's been with this guy for years and she just keeps everything under wraps. So I love her to pieces. Was watching Awkward Black Girl back in the YouTube days, waiting for her to drop the next episode. So I have definitely been following Issa. I am very happy for her. Her humor is just so dry, and I'm dry, so I get it. I love it. So congratulations again to Issa Rae and her new hubby. We love to see it. Piggybacking off of We Love to See It, before I leave this segment, we just got word that Nene Leakes, Greg Leakes, her husband is going to be returning home after being in the hospital for 6 weeks. So didn't say anything about if he was in remission or what have you, because we know he's suffering from cancer. His cancer came back. So unfortunate. But I think that's great news that after 6 weeks in the hospital, he's able to come home. So we love to see it. Congratulations to Issa Rae and to Greg and Nene Leakes. All right, so let's get to it. In the segment we like to call I Know You Fucking Lying, of course we have the baby with his dumb ass. So we could actually have called it that as well. But let's talk about the comments he made at the Rolling Loud concert. And apparently he was trying to get, it was like a call and response. And the response he wanted was for them to put their lights in the air. But this is exactly what he said. I wanted to read it to you guys verbatim. He said, if you didn't show up today with HIV or AIDS or any of them sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2 or 3 weeks, then put your cell phone light in the air. Ladies, if your pee smells like water, put the cell phone light in the air. Fellas, if you ain't sucking niggas dig in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air. Keep it real. And I was just dumbfounded. You guys, I just didn't understand where all of that came from. I really haven't. And when I tell you that every gay YouTuber that I follow has made a video ranting about him, and rightfully so, I don't think he thinks all gay people have AIDS, but the whole niggas sucking D in the parking lot or whatever, like all of it really was a homophobic rant. It really was. And not to mention, he ended up doubling down on it the very next day when he was starting to get all the backlash. This fool makes another video saying, yeah, I said what I said, but I wasn't talking to my fans because my fans are clean. They're not the gay people with sexually transmitted diseases. They're not the ones with AIDS because they're clean. He said something about them not doing drugs like that. And so I'm like, is this 1980 where this fool really still think the only way you can get AIDS is being gay and by using it with a needle? Like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? How old is he? I don't even know how old the baby is. Maybe I should have checked that before I did this, but he's dumb and he sounds dumb. So we've had a number of responses now, you guys. We've had T.I. come out in effort to try to help him out, and he brings up Lil Nas X. Why is he able to say what he wants to say? Then, of course, T.I. gets backlash because you guys, the Shade Room is no joke. And their comments, no joke, but I love it. Somebody in the comments said, oh, because I thought somebody who was about to go to jail for sexual abuse said something. Talking about T.I. When I tell you I died. But we got that, and then we get, what's his name? Flamboyant piano. Elton John. he comes out, he gives this whole thing about how he is giving out misinformation about HIV, which is very true. He actually didn't dog the baby out in his statement. He was just saying how the misinformation about AIDS, if you're going to tell people what's going on, why don't you school them properly, dummy? Then we had Madonna did a letter to him. Questlove said something. And then in response to that, the baby said, I don't even know who you are, Questlove. And I'm like, that's your response to Questlove, who happens to be a legend. He is. If you are in rap, I mean, just the normal person may not know who he is, but if you are in rap and you say that you do not know who Questlove is, that's a problem and something is wrong there. So he's losing endorsements, and apparently he doesn't care, because his answer in response to everything is, I don't care. And last night they were posting all of these tweets that he was doing about how he's the man and he's an influencer and he's going to continue to influence people. He don't care how mad you guys are. You guys aren't the influencers. And I'm just like, you guys need to be careful of the people that you make famous. Some people just don't deserve the money and status that they are afforded once they become famous. And not only that, he doesn't deserve the platform. So now he's given this platform to just speak this hate speech. That's what it was. I'm sorry. That was homophobic. It was hateful towards gays. I don't know what the problem is with him, but he shouldn't be allowed to have this anymore. So yeah, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people be like, I'm not a part of that cancel culture, yada yada. I am. If somebody is doing something where they should not be famous, let's cancel them. I say don't post them anymore. Don't buy his stuff. I never bought his stuff anyway, but I'm all for cancel culture. All right, let's talk about another fucked up man, R. Kelly. So prosecutors asked the judge if they could submit evidence that he has in fact abused 2 boys, along with all the countless women and young girls that he's abused. Apparently one of them was 17 at the time when he picked him up at McDonald's downtown. I guess that was his place, and invited him back to his house for a party. So if there's evidence, then obviously, and we know he loves to videotape stuff, so was it video evidence? That stuff I'm not sure of, but R. Kelly is just nasty, guys. He's just nasty. So yeah, that was just a real quick update on R. Kelly. So hopefully he'll be sitting in jail forever, because he is definitely a menace to society. Chicago, we don't want him. We give him to y'all or whoever can take him. We don't want him. And in no one gives a shit news, Safari is trash, you guys. I'm sorry. So on this past episode of Love and Hip Hop, Safari, Erica, and the baby are in the studio, and the baby's playing with a guitar. They're talking, and she ends up falling with the guitar on top of her, and instead of him getting the baby, so Erica's like, Safari, pick her up, you dumbass. And instead of him picking the baby up, let me tell you what this father of this child does. He laughs like a little kid. You laughing at your baby falling, hitting her head on this hard floor with a guitar on top of her. He's trash, you guys. I'm sorry. And it's so hurtful, because I did like Safari, just like I did like the baby. I actually like these people until now. Like, once you do something that's just ridiculous, and he has been on a roll with his ridiculousness. So besides that, he was getting, tore up in the comments and everything about that. But then he comes out with this song about lies, and in the song, all he's saying is, I have way more money than you. My baby's bedroom is bigger than your whole house. And I'm like, what is the point of him? There is no more point to Safari. Hey, can y'all remember when I had said that I was okay with cancel culture? Okay, got another one. Done with Safari. He's trash. Okay, so let's talk double standards, you guys, and this is all on me. I'm gonna own this double standard. So we all know that Dr. Dre last week, not this week, but he was ordered to pay his ex-wife $3.5 million a year for spousal support. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's nothing to him, really. It's really nothing to him. And we know that Dr. Dre is an abuser, so don't even have to put an allegedly there, because he is an open abuser. We heard about it. He was convicted of it. and he's an abuser. So there's no telling what type of abuse this lady has put up with for all these years. And I'm not saying that's okay. And I mean, I'm not even gonna ask why she stayed so long, because that would be victim shaming. However, I will say, pay me for my troubles, nigga. Yeah, so pay me 3.5 million, not even for child support. Do y'all understand me? This is for spousal support alone. Fuck you, pay me. I'm sorry. Sorry, mom. I'm sorry. Fuck you, pay me. So that's that on that. Now, the double standardness, if that is a word, comes in because I feel so bad for Kelly Clarkson. Oh, she has to pay this fool almost $200,000 a month. No, dude, get up and get a job. You're a jerk. Like, you see how that works? Like, I'm super happy for her, the other lady, but this guy, no. And I think it's just because he's a man, and I feel like, what are you doing? Why are you mooching off of her? So she has to pay him, but hers is she's paying for child support and spousal support. So does he have custody of the kids, you guys? Is that what that means? I don't know. But I just feel so bad for her. Like, jerk. Same way I felt for Mary J. Blige. Kenzo is a jerk. Why are you taking her money? But it's a double standard on my part, that, my feelings, and I don't care. I'm gonna keep that double standard. But yeah, Kelly gotta pay him too, so poor Kelly. Okay, you guys, mask mandates are back. They have already been put in place in certain states, and now, according to everything I'm reading, everyone is thinking that everything is going to get shut down again. I don't think everything is going to get shut down again, but quite a few things are about to be shut down again, I think, thanks to the Delta variant, I swear. And it's just so confusing, because you read something and it says that vaccinated people are getting sick, and then you read somewhere else and they're saying all of the unvaccinated people are the ones that are getting sick. So everything is just so confusing. But I did see where White House aide said that the president is not against closing everything down again if the CDC requests it, and if they feel like that will help, then he's not against it. I personally I'm not going to tell where I live, but where I live is a red state, and these people really didn't want to wear a mask anyway. So as soon as they were able to take them off, they were all off. And when I tell you, it's been maybe about a month now that I went to an outdoor festival, and I was, number one of the only black people there, but number two, definitely the only one in the whole entire crowd, and we're talking shoulder to shoulder, with a mask on. And I was just like, y'all stupid. And they were looking at me, and I was looking at them like, y'all the nasty ones. They was looking at me like, ooh, what do you have that you're still wearing your mask? No, what do you have? That's why I'm still wearing my mask. But yeah, I just feel like everybody should still be masking up. I still wash my hands as soon as I come in the house. I still have my hand sanitizer in the car, and as soon as I come in from anywhere outside the car, I put the hand sanitizer on. Like, I still act like it was day one of the pandemic. I'm sorry, you just have to. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But you guys, wear those masks. I don't care where you are, what you're doing, wear those masks. Okay, and this week in petty news, I'm going to be honest, you guys, it is Joe Budden, but I'm going to be honest, this was from a few weeks ago, but nothing really petty happened this week. This fool was at a strip club, and he posted this after seeing this stripper's shoes, talking about he left. When I tell you, I can't stand Joe anymore. Like, I'm very mad at him about the whole breakup with Rory and Mal. However, this was hilarious to me. And I was like, he is so petty. This poor girl, I know she was going to see this post. How rude. But, ma'am, why are you wearing the block heel? I mean, I know they're back, but it just don't look good. No, ma'am. But yeah, Joe Budden, He's petty. He's petty every day. And something else that was hilarious to me, there was a report that came out on the blogs that Paris Hilton was expecting her first child with her fiance. And when I tell you, there was a denial that came out from her within about an hour or two, and I died laughing. It was like, yeah, Paris Hilton is pregnant. And then the very next post is like, yeah, Paris Hilton says she's not pregnant. I was like, she's not playing with them, even though she may be pregnant. Maybe she just don't want people to know. But it was hilarious the way that it was like, as soon as they said she's pregnant, she came out and said, no, I'm not. Okay, so let's talk about Simone Biles and her withdrawing from the Olympics, citing mental health. There's been so much commentary, so much different commentary, should I say, about her leaving. And did she give up on the team? Did she leave just because she wasn't doing well? That's something that I heard from one of the Mallory brothers, one of my favorite podcasts. But he had a different spin on feeling like maybe she just wasn't doing well, and so she just kind of gave up, like, okay, before I tarnish my brand, let me just say something. He knew it would be an unpopular opinion, so that's one. There are also a number of people that support her. Stay with me for a second. So on Facebook, I have a friend, Jackie, and I actually thought it was an article, so I was going to try to attach the article to you guys because it was so well worded. However, it wasn't. It was actually just one of her friends' posts, and his name is Byron Heath. And I wish that I could read the whole thing verbatim, but I don't even have it in front of me. But basically what he was saying is, so in a nutshell, his story was, he was very eager to show his daughters, who are now in gymnastics, the video of Carrie Scruggs, and when she actually won the gold because she did a vault on her broken or sprained ankle. He said he had always been very proud of that moment because she fought through her injury and she went on to win the gold. And he said as they were watching it, when it happened, his daughters did not look like they were happy about it. They just looked kind of mortified, like, Dad, like, why is she jumping again? And he said in his well-written post that he said something to them like, oh, you know, Olympic pride and she's a champion. But on the inside, he was thinking to himself, why did she jump again? And it's something that when we were younger and we were watching this, we didn't understand and we didn't take it in fully because we weren't parents yet. So he says he, being a parent now, it made him look at it differently, where no, she shouldn't have jumped again. And she looked at Bella, who was her coach, and she was letting him know that she could barely feel her leg or whatever. And he's like, yeah, but you got to jump one more time. You got to jump one more time. And he pretty much made her, not to mention the fact that these girls, you guys, mostly all of them were molested by that team doctor, mostly all of them, including Simone Biles. So the type of torture that these girls go through, and the fact that she definitely should not have jumped again, it just made him look at everything differently. So he also said in the post, which I did not know, that she ended up retiring at 18 due to her ankle. I had no idea about that, but oh my God. And they just didn't care. Like, she's just gone. She's just I won't say she's a has-been, but like, they don't care. They just discarded her. Now that you can't do anything for us anymore, we don't care. So yeah, whatever it is that Simone Biles, and he ended it in the fact that he supports Simone Biles. So whatever you need to do for your mental, your physical, whatever, do it, because in the end, they don't care. It's all about money to them. It's all about winning to them. So full support for whatever it is Simone Biles needs or needed to do. Okay, and in our real news, the Atlanta police sergeant that was seen kicking the woman handcuffed on the ground, kicking this woman in her face. And you guys, it's a video. He kicked her really, really hard. At first he was just suspended. Now he has been fired, thank God. And it's just unbelievable. What the hell? Like, it's unbelievable, but thankfully he has been fired. If you haven't seen the video, just Google it. It's like 2 seconds. However, it's very graphic and unfortunate. And thank God he is fired, and hopefully she will sue him and get paid, because what was the reason? That seems to be the theme for this week. So we're gonna end it in what was the reason? Oh, that's not funny. No, that's not funny. Shout out to T. Madison. Okay, so let's end it on a light note, you guys. So yesterday, Will Smith dropped the trailer for his new upcoming movie, King Richard, which is a story about Venus and Serena's father and how he got them started. And it looked very, very good. So I can't wait to see that. And again, it comes out in November. They said that it's coming to theaters and HBO Max, and I really hope so, because you know what, Fast and the Furious 1200 that just came out, my mom was waiting for that on HBO Max, and they didn't put it on HBO Max. I guess they just released it at the movies. Don't be doing that, because some people still not going out. My mama want to see Fast and Furious 1300, and she wants to see, she don't know it yet, but she wants to see King Richard. So release it on HBO Max like you say you're gonna do. Just do it. Also, Kevin Hart says that the Real House Husbands of whatever is coming back to BET. And how do you guys feel about that? I think it was funny. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I know there's this whole, is Kevin Hart funny? Sometimes he's funny, sometimes he's not funny. But I think that show had a lot of funny people on there. JB Smooth is hilarious, and so is Larry David. Larry David is not on Real House Husbands, however, he is on Curb Your Enthusiasm. So if you don't watch that, you have so much time to catch up on that. They have so many different seasons. Hilarious. When I tell you it's good, it's good. But thank you guys so much. That is the end of this podcast, and we are wrapping up the weekend wrap up. If you are still here, thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. Please do like, comment, and subscribe if you are not already subscribed. If you are subscribed, thank you so much. Hey, I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Smooches.